Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of the Huddersfield Town Career Mode. This is episode number 75, and today, what a huge episode. Another triple header, 2 games in the Premier League, massive battles against Chelsea and Manchester United, plus the first leg of our Champions League quarter-final against Bayern Munich as well. So much to get through today. To briefly recap the last episode, if you missed it, what a cracker. I uploaded it this morning, it was unbelievable. So go back and watch it if you haven't seen it already. It was amazing. We started with a famous win in Barcelona by 3-1. We trailed early through Dembele tormenting Michael Keane and myself once again, but we responded. Bradley King just before the break, I think, or was it earlier on in the first half, but King scoring anyway, and then 2 late goals won us the game as well through Malcolm and then Mounier as well. So into the quarterfinals, delighted with that. What a win that was. But sadly after the game we lost 2-1 Southampton, so not really a great response as the Saints came from behind to beat us due to a Gabbiadini brace. And our third and final game was a slip up again, a 1-1 draw at home to Arsenal, which means that as Spurs close the gap on us at the top of the table, today's games are huge. Chelsea at home, Manchester United away, and the first leg of those quarterfinals will be at home against Bayern Munich as well. Big episode, this one. Really big. In fact, I go as far as saying it's the biggest episode of the series so far. But before we get into the games, though, we do have the first of the month updates here. So you'll see the another youth player wants to terminate the contract. Who's that? Jonathan Turner. So let's go ahead and... Oh, training injury. I didn't see that. Oh, no. I didn't see that. A training injury for who? Don't be a first-team player. Oh! Oh, no. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, training injury, broke his ankle, and he's going to be out for pretty much the remainder of the season. A 7-week injury, and we're in April now, aren't we? So, yeah, that's basically the Ox done for the rest of the season, then. No, that is not how I wanted to start today's big episode off. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain out for 7 weeks. And right now, we've already got Tuanzebe in the treatment room. Now, the Ox is going to miss out as well. We'll put Jespersen in the right back role because he's been impressing very well since we, promoted him, really. So the Ox is out. Odubajo can go on the bench. So we're missing 2 of our back 4. Oh my goodness, we haven't kept a clean sheet in any of our previous 3 games. Now we're missing the Ox as well as Tuanzebe. That is a big blow to start today's episode off. And also, I've just done the scouting updates, and 1 player got put in the academy. That is an Irish player called Neil Brennan. As we take a look at the youth squad as well to start today's episode off. Dylan Morgan in the academy looks good. Olof Sjöberg still 15. Can't wait till this guy turns 16. That's the guy I just put in the academy. Neil Brennan looks very decent indeed at 15 years old. Edwin van der Meer, Thomas Lundin. I mean, all the players look great. You know that. They look absolutely fantastic. Who was the guy that wanted a contract with the first team? Jonathan Turner. That's an Australian left midfielder, right? I think. Yeah, there he is right there. 85, 91 potential and 67 overall. We're getting some good Aussies out of the academy right now. Already valued at 1.5 mil. Let's take a look at him as well. Oh, I can't believe Oxlade-Chamberlain's going to miss the rest of the season, man. Bad enough losing to Ansby. Now, the Ox as well, who scored his first goal for the club too, earlier on against West Ham 2 episodes ago as well. Ansby is coming back from injury. That's good. But either way, that's a big blow for us. So let's take a look at Jonathan Turner's stats then. In the last episode, we saw we had 2 potential special players coming out of the academy in Henry Davis and Bergstrom as well. So let's take a look at Turner. Does he also have potential special? I think he will do. Exciting prospect, bit disappointing. Oh, and low high work rate. I think I've jinxed it a little bit. The last 2 academy graduates were amazing, and 3-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot. I mean, he still looks okay, but 49 stamina as well. You're 17 years old. When did you start smoking? So first of the big 3 today, and it is 4th place Chelsea coming to take us on here at home after no wins in our last 2 games as well. We desperately need a response to start today's episode off with Spurs breathing down our necks. And our team for the game is very interesting. Loads of changes and not really much of a surprise after some poor defending of late. Hudson's in goal, but what about this for a back 4? Jespersen left back, Ezekiel Garay and Alfie Mawson, our CB duo, as Keane's been quite poor of late, as is Philip Billing. So Odubajo plays right back. King's on the left. Kachunga wears the armband on the right side of midfield. It just feels right. With a Martin Cater in the middle, Vitinha in the centre forward, and Moses the striker. And as for the Chelsea team, it's the 5-2-3 we're all too familiar with. A good strong defence, a great energetic midfield, and a deadly front 3. Kingsley Coman on the right-hand side, Eden Hazard on the left, and that striker, Kylian Mbappe. We cannot afford to slip up if we are to stay league leaders, because if we let Spurs overtake us and go top again. We won't go top again between now and the end of the season. They're just that good of a team. They rarely ever slip up. Coman tests Hudson at his near post, but Ross is equal to it. Good save, young man. We cannot afford to lose this game. We can't afford to lose any more games between now and the end of the season. We've got to be lights out, inch perfect. We've got to get the 3 points in every single one if we want to be champions again. But it's Chelsea starting off on the front foot, and Mbappe tested by Hudson, and again we get it away. Ross Hudson with another fine save. He hasn't been dropped for the game, unlike some of the back line, because he's been really impressive ever since we signed him. Moses now on the ball. Oh, what a save by Courtois. A battle of the goalkeepers to start off with. And T-Bart saying, anything you can do, I can do better. What a save. Okay. With a poor pass, and Kachunga says, that's my ball, mate. Cheers. Quick little 1-2 of the counter navigator, and away goes Elias down the right-hand side. Scored against the Saints. Can he now turn provider as he picks out Moses? Oh! When he tried to get his second acrobatic goal in 2 games, a wonderful one against Arsenal, but this time just wide of that far post. He's not against trying it. Very unlucky. Moses has already scored 2 acrobatic efforts in the series. The first one against Dortmund in the Champions League group stage last year, and then of course the last game against Arsenal as well. He's not against doing that sort of thing. He's got the flair, he's got the technique, and he's got the finish on him ordinarily. This time just snuck wide of the post. Still 0-0 as we approach the break. Both teams have played well in the first half. Game neatly balanced at 0-0, but we're looking a stronger team to close out the half. And can we close out with a goal as well? And Marty finds Moses and continues his run. Moses dances around 3 black shirts, continues to run. Can he get around Kante? He can. Moses! Good stop by Courtois. Excellent finish of the first half, but still 0-0 due to that man. Half an hour to go. I can't believe this game is still tied at 0-0. I can't believe neither side has found the back of the net yet, but there's still plenty of time for that to happen. And whilst we are looking a better team, you can't rule out Chelsea's chances of being the team that break the deadlock. Eden Hazard on the ball. Keeps on going, and still Eden Hazard finds Mbappe 1-0. I stood off with Garay. I didn't want to bring him down and miss time a challenge. And the Belgian says, see you later, Ezekiel. You're going to be retiring next season, mate. You've not got the legs anymore. But Kylian Mbappe, the young striker, fires it home. Huddersfield 0, Chelsea 1. And as things stand, we're set for 1 point for a possible 9. Hazard around Jespersen, around Garay. Mbappe with the strike. 1-0 to the Blues. And we are choking away our lead at the top of the table. Looking good, lads. As things stand, we're set for our second defeat in 3. Well, we hadn't lost a single game since October. And here's Grimaldo, and this could be the game. Amati blocks the first shot, and then Hudson has to beat away the second. Chelsea finishing this game so strong, and I'm pretty sure that's going to do it. It's still 1-0. Corner to the middle. It's going to be cleared by Sisto. Do we have time for one more attack here? Moses to Grealish. This will be our last chance. No, it's all over. We've lost at home. We've lost 2 in our last 3 and just 1 point picked up from 9. We'll surely now see Spurs overtake us in the title race with just a few games to go. What an end of season collapse this is going to be in the Premier League. It was a cracking game. Both teams played really well. I don't think either side deserved to lose, but Chelsea did have one more shot and one more on target as well, and had a bit more of the ball too, so they were more clinical than us, evidently, as they get the win. And I'll give man of the match to the guy that got them the goal as well, Kylian Mbappe, who scored the eventual winner. And that is it. We lose by a goal to 0. Thankfully, Spurs don't play until tomorrow, but if they win that game, they'll go top with just a few games to go. Since they barely ever slip up, you got to fancy their chance of holding on to top spot for the rest of the season. Actually, I just realised they don't play until the 7th against Everton, so we'll simulate through and see if they've won. And yeah, they have. And in fact, they've now gone 5 points clear at the top of the table. 5 points clear with 8 games to go. I mean, there's 8 games to go. There's still time, but oh man, 3 games in a row without a win. It's not enough. So second of the 3 big games today, it's now Manchester United away at Old Trafford. The games don't get easier, do they? As they currently sit in 6th place, 5 points behind Everton in 5th and Chelsea in 4th. Their team for the game is very good as well, a 4-2-3-1. And Regan Paul continues to lock down a first team place in this United team every time we face them. They've got Martial on the left hand side of midfield, Berardi on the right, and Christian Eriksen to counter Romelu Lukaku, the striker today. And as for our team, now 5 points behind Spurs with 8 games games to go. Once again, a lot of change to the lineup, as right now, I can't seem to get a team out there that I'm too confident with. Hudson in goal, back for Sessegnon, Keane, and how glad am I to see this man back in the starting 11. Tuansby wearing the armband on his return from injury. Jespersen at right back, with Sisto on the left, Malcolm on the right, and Martin Cater in the middle, with Jack Grealish as centre forward, and Moses the striker. No King, no Vitinho, neither in the matchday squad. Manchester United, second game today. We need, and I repeat, need a return to winning ways. Between now and the end of the season, every single draw we have will virtually feel like a defeat. With 5 points behind Spurs, there's only 8 games to go. They rarely ever slip up. Draws at this stage of the season are basically defeats. So got to come through and get a return to winning ways here. None in our last 3. We need one today. Rojo loses out to Amati. Now Grealish on the ball. And Grealish to Moses. Oh, and that's the perfect start, baby. Moses fires it home. Top scorer of the league. And he gives us the goal to settle some nerves as well. Runs to Philip Billing as we go in front at Old Trafford. Oh, take a deep breath. My word, did we need that. Marty to Sessegnon, and now through to Grealish. I was supposed to go to Moses, but it'll come to him now. And now Moses looks to return the favour to Jack Grealish. Instead, has space to let fly. And De Gea has to palm it away to his left-hand side and behind for a corner. Still 1-0. A very good start from Huddersfield. Can we find a second goal to give us some breathing room? Jespersen's crossfield finds Sessegnon. Space for him to shoot. He can shoot Sessegnon. Oh! Off the top of the crossbar. Let's keep this up. Lukaku to Marcelo. Chance here. Cross to the middle. And it's in. Domenico Berardi makes it 1-1. The Italian may well have rescued a point for the Red Devils, and for us, it may well be no wins in 4 and just 2 points from 12. Berardi caught Jespersen sleeping into the top corner. 1-1, and we're going to throw it away again. Rojo through the gap to Eriksen, and this will be the dagger. This will be the dagger. Lukaku's away. Lukaku's away. Hudson saves us, and really, Hudson's kept us in the title race still. If that goal goes in and Spurs win their next game, they go 8 points clear with 7 games to go. As things stand, it's going to be 7 points clear. Still a major, major blow for us, but I mean, we've choked. We've absolutely choked. It's not going to be enough. Not going to be enough. Final score at Old Trafford, 1-1. Fans aren't happy, but I'm furious. Absolutely furious. 2 points from 12. This isn't title contention form. This is relegation form, lads. What is going on? We played so well in the first half, but then the second half did nothing. A real Jekyll and Hyde type performance as Manchester United claimed a point in their bid to finish in the top 4. I'll give most man of the match who did play well, but sadly his goal is nothing other than a goal that just gets a point and not 3 points. And if Spurs win their game in hand tomorrow, they're going to go 7 points clear with 7 games to go. I may as well give them the title. And actually, I'm just realising I got it totally wrong. Spurs played the day before. I thought their game was the day after. It was actually before. I didn't notice that we had the game in hand and we slipped up. So we cut the gap to 5 points. But it could have been cut to 2 points. No, we could have cut the gap basically. And instead, we've had a massive slip up there at Old Trafford. I mean, it's not as bad as it could have been, to be fair. And thankfully, I got it wrong, both in the calendar and in the maths as well. But either way, still a big blow. We needed to win that one. However, we just have to put that disappointment behind us as we move into the third and final game today. Negativity, force it out. Let's think positive. It's Bayern Munich in the Champions League quarter-final first leg here at the Kirklees Stadium. And after no wins in our last 4, our last win came in this competition away at Barcelona. So let's have another night to remember in the Champions League. What a lineup for the game as well. Joe Hart is between the sticks for this one after no clean sheets for Hudson in a while. At a back four is Sessegnon, Billing, Tuanzebe and Odubajo at right back. King is on the left-hand side of midfield. Malcolm on the right. Davis and Keita in the middle with Vitinha centre forward and Meunier the striker. And as for the Bayern Munich team, 4-2-3-1. Neuer in goal, back four of Alaba, De Vrij, Hummels and Arias with Vidal and Tolisso through the middle of the park. Insigne on the left, Rigoni on the right, Fernandes the attacking midfielder, and that man up top, Robert Lewandowski. What a match. Bayern Munich, third and final game. Let's get the win. We desperately need one.
Well, a couple of star names that we're looking at today. What do you think, Alan?
I love watching this pair play. They haven't disappointed this season. They've been the most threatening players for me, for both their teams.
Bad enough that we're choking away the title. We need to get a solid result in the first leg here. We can't afford to lose again. You know, another loss would just be absolutely devastating for us. We lost to Chelsea, we lost to Southampton. We can't afford to lose this one as well, as Odibarjo down the right spots Malcolm in space. Will feed it into the feet of Vitinho. Holds it up well there and gives it back to Malcolm down the right-hand side. Brazilian bros linking up here. Can Malcolm cross to Meunier in the middle? He'll try to. Hummels gets it away. And Keita heads it back towards Odibarjo. Good start to the game, but I want an early goal. Davis on the turn. Finds Meunier. Lovely turn. Goes for goal. Neuer with the save. Decent start, lads. Come on. That will do it for the first half. Very little to report. We were on top. We've dominated possession. We've looked a better team. We've had more attempts, but at the moment, still deadlocked at 0-0. I'll take the result. I would take the result based on our recent run of form. No away goals being conceded, but I feel we need a win, really, psychologically more than anything. So the second half begins. We are still tied at 0-0. King, who was quite anonymous in the first half, scoring for Chaplin. I think that'll be the right thing to do as well, because Chaplin can go down the left-hand side and cross with the left foot as well. Like right there. Oh! Perfect, absolutely perfect. Steve Meunier with the goal, and our European striker has done it again. My thought process at the break was that King was quite anonymous, so I'll bring on Chaplin, not to be an inside forward, but to run and cross. I'm just noticing my camera's tired as well. But Chaplin off the bench, wicked cross, picks out Meunier, a wonderful volley, and into the back of the net. Huddersfield 1, Bayern Munich 0, and Steve Meunier gets a massive goal to fire us in front. I have absolutely no idea when my camera went off as well, so I do apologise for that. It's got a 30-minute recording threshold, so as soon as 30 minutes come up, the camera stops recording automatically, so I try and time it right so I can do it during like a half-time break or something, but I must not have noticed it. So you probably didn't see me reacting to that goal. I don't think you did, but basically I was jumping for joy in my living room. We're 1-0 up against Bayern Munich. We need a response tonight, and at the moment we're getting it through Steve Meunier. 25 minutes to go. We surrendered leads in 2 of our last 3 games. In fact, 3 of our last 4, I think, thinking about it. So can't afford to do it again here against Bayern. We need to keep the clean sheet and prevent the away goal. But here come the Germans. Tolisso on the ball. Tackled by the handsome man. He does really well. Then the clearance is blocked. Lewandowski can't get there. Davis there again. And again, the clearance is blocked. As Rigoni gets onto the ball and shoots. Oh! I thought that was bending in. Thank goodness it didn't. 21 minutes. Separating us from a massive result here in the first leg of the Champions League quarter-finals. Malcolm down the right. Sees Kachunga holding his run. Elias Kachunga!
Well, he's only been on the pitch.
I love you. I love you. Elias Kachunga. I love you. Huddersfield 2. Bayern Munich 0. He just came off the bench, and he's put us 2 goals up and will surely give us our first win since the Barcelona game. He ghosted inside, took a touch and hammers it past Manuel Neuer. Huddersfield 2, Bayern Munich 0. Elias Kachunga, super squad player. Talking very casually right now, but my heart is racing at 1,000 beats a minute. Cannot afford to throw away this clean sheet and concede an away goal. Lewandowski, and there it is. Huddersfield 2, Bayern 1. There's 3 minutes to go. I think we're still going to claim the win, but that away goal could have massive implications. It was a great move by Bayern, a 1-2 by Lewandowski and Insigne, and the Polish striker fires it home into the top corner. Billing bravely tried to jump in the way, but couldn't block it. Right, if we throw this away, I mean, I may as well retire. Come on, lads, we're almost there. It will still be a great win regardless, but we cannot afford to throw away the win as well as the clean sheet. Malcolm. Connor! Oh! Serge Gnabry underneath his own crossbar, heads behind for a corner, which Malcolm takes to Meunier! Steve Meunier, Huddersfield 3, Bayern 1. It's another massive win in the Champions League, and our European striker has done it again. Steve Meunier restores the 2-goal cushion almost instantly as the clock ticks over the stoppage time. Beat 2 men in the air to win the header. Huddersfield 3, Bayern 1, 8 in the Champions League for Steve. You asked me to give someone else a chance. I gave Meunier the chance. You got it right. 3-1, and surely that'll do it. Well, I said we needed a response against Manchester United. We didn't get it. We get it in midweek against Bayern. Our first win since the Barcelona match last month. We end the streak without a victory. Steve Mounier bags a brace on our route to getting a massive first leg win. And in 3 days' time, we take on Spurs at Wembley as well. What great confidence this gives us going into the big title clash as well. You can't miss any episodes in this Huddersfield Town career mode. Every single one is jam-packed with action, drama, and amazing games. And finally, we do return to winning ways at the third time of asking today. 3-1 the final score. Deserved a win in my opinion as well. Disappointed to lose the clean sheet, but delighted that Mounier, who bagged a brace today, was able to get our 2-goal cushion back with that late header from the corner. So, what a response, what a win. And that was a massive, massive victory. So that will end today's episode of the Huddersfield Town Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated. And it really helps the channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic Saturday night. And do not miss the next episode of the Huddersfield Town Career Mode. We've got Spurs away at Wembley in the Premier League. Then we've got Bayern Munich in the second leg of the Champions League quarterfinals. And then we've got Spurs again in the FA Cup semi-final as well. 3 huge games just like today. It's going to be amazing, and I'll see you for it very soon. Bye. Oh, Stevie Mooney.